Welcome to Lender Respond to an ILL loan request in WorldShare Interlibrary Loan. In this video, you will have an overview of the steps you need to take before responding to an ILL loan request as a lending library. Then you will learn how to proceed responding no to the ILL loan request, responding yes, responding conditional, and how to respond when a borrowing library requests a renewal to an item. Let's check each situation. There are some steps to take before a lending library responds to a loan request. First, from your WorldShare ILL homepage, identify the loan request you want to respond to from your Can You Supply queue that you can find either in the middle section under Quick Links or on the left side panel under Lending Requests. Then click the New Loans button to find the requests. You will notice on the right, under Time to Respond column, that your requests are in order of the ones set to expire first according to your days to respond. Click either the respective ID number or title to open the request. On the right side of the request, identify if the borrower accepts your payment rules such as IFM and the maximum cost. Then, if your library has configured for your online catalog link to appear on your Interlibrary Loan Service page, click the Search My Libraries online catalog link to search the item in your catalog. From there, identify the location of the item on the shelf. If the item is available, copy the information to add to the request. Add the information in the local ID field and save it. As option, you can mark it as considering on the upper right side while you are working on this request. You can now either print this request using the Print Now drop-down arrow on the upper right side, to either print now or add the request to your print queue. Another option is to take notes of the title and shelf location, or bring your tablet with you with this information. Then you can go to the shelf location to check if the item is available there and in conditions to be loaned to another library. After checking whether your library is able or not to lend the item, if your library cannot lend the item, then you choose to respond no to the request. To respond no, with the request open, from the No button, located on the top, use the drop-down arrow to select one of the available reasons to not fulfill the request. When you answer no to a request, the system will automatically send the request to the next lender in the lender string. In case your library is the only lender in the lender string, then the request will be set as unfilled. There are ways to automate responding no to a request by either setting up deflection policies or configuring to temporarily pause requests in the OCLC policies directory. OCLC offers videos on how to set up deflections and temporarily pause requests. On the other hand, if your library can supply the item, you can then apply the appropriate constant data, mark the print shipping labels and print bookstrap stickers options, and then click the Yes button to update the request. The request is now under Shipped in transit status. You find the shipping label and bookstrap to be printed from the left side panel under Print Queue. Here under Print Queue you find also the requests you have marked to be printed. Click Request button to open this option. Select the request or multiple requests, then click Print button located on the bottom. If you need to remove a request from the list, select the request, then click Remove button located on the bottom. For the book straps, from the left side under Print Queue, click Book Strap Stickers button to open this option, and find the request or multiple requests to be selected to print the book straps. Then click Print button located on the bottom to print the book straps. For the shipping label, click the Shipping Labels button on the left side under Print Queue. Find the request or multiple requests to be selected. Include any additional information you find useful. Select the start position for the label. Then click Print button located on the bottom to print the labels. Prepare the item. Put the shipping label on the package, then ship the item to the borrowing library. In case you forget to mark the print options, click the Shipped in Transit Status button on the left and open the request. Then click the Print Now drop-down arrow on the upper right side to select the options to send the shipping labels and book straps to your print queue. Another option is to respond conditional to a loan request. These are situations when you cannot supply the item as requested, but you will be able to fulfill the requests if the borrowing library accepts your conditions. From your Can You Supply queue, click New Loans button. Then open the request. On the top, you click the drop-down arrow on the Conditional button to select one of the available conditions to fulfill the request. The borrowing library will then have 4 days to respond to your conditional response. You will not see the request until the borrowing library responds to your conditions. If the library does not accept your conditions or does not reply after 4 days, then the request goes automatically to the next lender in the lender string. If the borrowing library accepts the conditional response, then the request will be under the Conditions Accepted status on the left panel. Click the button to see the request. You will notice on the right that your time to respond was reset for the request. Then click either the ID number or the title to open the request. You will see the request with the condition you have stipulated and completed with the information you have requested. Notice on the top that you no longer have the conditional button. Now you can only respond yes or no to this request. If you are responding yes, edit the type of request if needed, apply your appropriate constant data. Mark the print options and respond yes to the request. If you no longer can supply the item, then select one of the no reasons. In this case, the request will move to the next lender in the lender string. Another situation is renewals requested by the borrowing library. When a borrowing library requests a renewal to an item, the request shows under your lending requests on the left with the status of renewal requested. Click the button to see the requests listed under this status. Click the respective ID number or title to open the request. You will have the options to accept renewal, deny renewal, or recall item. If you accept the renewal, then on the right side of the form, use the calendar icon to fill in the new due date field with the desired due date informed by the borrowing library. Then click the Accept Renewal button located on the top. The item will then have the due date changed to that date proposed by the borrowing library. The request moves to the Renewal Accepted status. If you click Deny Renewal button located on the top, the due date remains the same as the original due date, and it moves to the status Renewal Denied. If you click Recall Item, then the borrowing library must return the item immediately regardless of the due date, and the status changes to Recalled. Contact OCLC support in your region and find documentation and more training materials at help.oclc.org. Thanks for watching.